This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Jack Threads. Coming up, we turn on the Wayback Machine and take a look at episode 1 of TRS.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Totally Rad Show. We have a bit of an announcement.
It's not a bit.
May come as a surprise to some, if not everybody. But we, after almost 6 years of doing this lovely show for you lovely people, we have decided it has come time that we hang our hats on the coat rack of internet and take our final bows. So we are going to be giving you the 2 last weeks of this here glorious Totally Rad Show. And it is with heavy hearts that we do so.
Very heavy hearts.
Yes, it was not an easy decision to come to. But like all good things, things do come to an end. And rather than squeezing out the utter life juices of the show, we wanted to celebrate the show.
Yeah, our whole goal in the next 2 weeks is to celebrate the fact that we've been able to spend almost 6 years hanging out with you, hanging out with each other, talking about the stuff we love. It has been an incredibly satisfying, fun, wonderful part of my life.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you
as
guys,
all of our lives.
And
I really
Dan's a little,
take it or leave it, honestly.
Dan's
6
a little
years,
iffy.
schmicks years.
Dan's not precious.
You speak
but
the Hebrew.
I think the important thing for us to express is how grateful we are for all of you that have either been with us from the beginning or picked up midway, or maybe this is your first episode, if so. Unlucky.
Hello and welcome.
You have 2 weeks. And yeah, I mean, it's a sad occasion, but it's also a joyous occasion because who would have guessed that we'd have been able to do it this long?
Well, when we were starting to talk about this and the eventuality of everything, and you know, I mean, 5.5+ years, almost 6 years, is really a long time to be doing an internet television show, especially doing an internet television show that has content come out every single week. I mean, it's rare that people have the opportunity to bring this much entertainment to people.
And we haven't missed a week.
We haven't missed a week.
Props to Mike, not missing a weekend.
Yes,
of
thank
work.
you, Mikey.
Yes.
So he's going to be partying up on the weekends.
I feel like I've grown up on the show. I feel like I've
You have.
become a man.
You were 12 when you first started doing the show. Now you're married.
I actually feel like I was 12. I feel like I was a child when we first started.
Well, actually, we've gone through a lot of different phases of our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, you've literally gotten married on the show. I'm about to get married.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. We went from our 20s to our 30s.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
That happened. Some people started watching us in middle school and are now in college.
Yeah. Some people started watching. Yeah.
Crazy.
And we've gotten to meet so many incredible people and go on so many incredible adventures, and
some of which
talk about
my small of my back still to this day remember. Yeah, we had a really great time.
We'll reminisce a little bit more throughout the next couple weeks.
These next couple weeks are all going to be about celebrating the show that is the Totally Rad Show. So many people have contributed to the show over the years. Seth Hatlin sent in this background. He sent in a number of backgrounds before.
Yeah, we have to thank everybody who's ever sent in a background to us. We really, there's been so many people who have donated their time and energy and artistic talent to making the show better, and the show, just watching it
always felt like a community building experience, that it was not just the 4 of us creating this thing, but that it was really a sort of big community of people coming together to celebrate the things that we all as a community love. Video games, TV shows, movies.
That's right.
It's a hard thing, you know. We went round and round about how to say this to you, and
to be honest, we're not saying it the way we thought we would. We're just saying it.
And that's what we came to, is like we just have to sort of be honest and say thank you, and we appreciate everything. This has been, honestly, the best almost 6 years of my life.
Hands down.
And
the best almost 6 years. The full 6 years that you've had in the past have been incredible. But the almost 6 years, this is the best
better.
of them.
I mean, it's been over 6 years since we started talking about the show.
Oh God, yeah.
And
I say that.
I mean, we're kind of talking in circles, and this, as we've said, this whole next 2 weeks is going to be about this.
Yeah.
So.
And about thanking you
watching.
guys for being there with us the entire time. So let's get into the first week of the final 2 weeks of the Totally Rad Show. That's sad.
So here we are in the final 2 weeks of the Totally Rad Show, and we thought, what better way to start to say goodbye than to look at how he said hello.
Oh,
Now, I haven't.
So we're gonna go back in time and take a look at our very first episode. This will be split up into 2 episodes. We're gonna be giving our sort of DVD commentary
run by, yeah.
as we watch it along with you guys and discuss. But before we go
like we're
there,
gonna need people
some
to, like-
words to say. You know, did you want to say before we even
Well, I
shot
haven't
this
seen
episode?
Oh wow, yeah. I guess.
I don't know, or no, or
I haven't watched this episode in years.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
this episode in years either.
And we did shoot 2. I mean, we've told this story 1,000 times, but we did shoot 2 pilots
When
before
didn't
that.
we
The other
release
pilot
one
was on
on
the
the
DVD that
DVD?
we released
Oh,
of
that's
the
right.
intros.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And I mean, a lot changed. There's going to be some awful audio. I know that we had problems with the limiter at the beginning.
Well, we're gonna be talking also over
Yeah.
it, so.
For the most part, I'm going to be going, okay, pause. I have so much to say about that crazy thing.
No pausing. We keep
No
going.
pausing, we're going to power through.
All right, and let's go.
Oh my God, the
intro.
Indiana Jones intro!
Well, way to spoil it, Alex.
I mean, that intro about message in a bottle.
this is Steve's house,
Yeah.
by the way, and he doesn't live there anymore. They
Dan
sold
as a
that
child.
place. I don't own that shirt anymore.
I don't know my shirt anymore.
I don't know that thing
I am a
anymore.
child. I am 26, 25 or 26 years old there.
Yep.
I'm 26.
That shot took a little doing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look how long your hair is, Alex.
Adios, senor.
I don't know. Alex looks pretty much exactly the same.
I don't age. I'm a transformer.
Oh, the
Do you guys
old
remember the
intro.
first time that Steve showed us this intro and how we all went bonkers?
Oh, we were like,
I
this is
remember-
magic.
Steve's
Oh God, yeah.
reference for this was 30 Rock, the intro to
no,
30 Rock.
me.
Or that was your
I've never
reference.
told anybody that story.
What?
3 rad dudes with nothing better to do. I wrote all the lyrics to this based on the 3 rad dudes with nothing better to do get
Oh,
abducted by
funny.
the crew of the Starship Alpha 2. It's the 2. I wrote it to the theme song
Wow.
of 30 Rock, which
And I think-
I've never told anyone that story.
I think I created the music in like iMovie or something.
Oh boy.
My Saved by the Bell, Bayside Tigers.
Okay,
Yep.
what just happened right now is that we all just looked at ourselves.
Yeah.
For instance, we're going to talk about movies.
Yep.
We're going to talk about video games. We're going to
Yes.
talk about comics and
All
TV.
these things are rad.
Yeah,
This
that
week,
stuff.
This week we're gonna.
We probably went over how to explain this.
Yeah. What is this show?
shot it, yeah.
On our website, you may want to look over there.
Oh, where's
Down
that
there on the
shit?
website, you
button
see
right there.
the QuickTime thing. Our show is so rad that when compressed into Flash, it actually loses some
Loses
of
some
the
rad.
some of the rad.
Yeah, we tell people to watch the HD version.
Oh my God.
The HD QuickTime.
I don't know if it was HD. It was just QuickTime.
It was just better.
There was no HD.
Yeah, because we weren't shooting this. Oh no,
Mike,
we
can
were
you move
shooting
the
it in
mouse?
HD.
Mike, can you move the mouse?
We were shooting it in HD.
God.
It's on the end of a G.I. Joe episode.
It is.
That's-
Don't get into a fridge if you're playing hide and seek.
I remember I was so excited to.
There's gonna be a lot of us not talking. This is what I hate about DVD commentaries.
I
Is
know.
they
Like,
start
say
watching.
something interesting.
Well, this is
Well,
also,
first off,
usually don't. Yeah.
background. We
Yeah,
hadn't been
first-
asking people for backgrounds.
That was just our logo.
This
that-
was our logo that we had.
Well, the
Yeah,
first
Aaron.
5 or 6 episodes were all just Photoshop filters that I put on the logo.
Oh right, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing them.
And the like American.
Gymnastic team.
No, but it had, the name of the show was Mr. T. I hate my hair, by the way.
Something like that.
Mr. T. I always
don't
wish
know.
that they would leave.
Remember Steve put those like orange and yellow
Oh
borders
yeah.
on all the
Didn't it
stuff
start
that he
with,
dropped
like,
in.
He did the epic '80s thing where it starts all live action and then like somehow gets.
Yes,
into-
loved it, which I love.
Yeah, Mr. T.
So much more editing too.
You guys are all wearing button downs over. We like dressed kind of the same.
We all did dress kind of the same.
I mean, as we do today. You're wearing essentially the same thing.
I'm wearing a Strong Bad T-shirt under in that
Oh, are
picture.
you? I'm wearing a Jinx T-shirt that says "All your base are belong to us" that I don't
Yeah.
have anymore.
Live action show, super
Right.
show.
Oh my God, I remember talking about this live action show.
Cartoon.
From side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
Yes.
Oh, Jeff.
This is just, in the beginning, we were so excited to make all these references
Yeah.
to things we grew up on.
Because
and
nobody,
then-
we'd never done them before.
Right,
Now
and
it's like,
no
God,
one-
how many
now it's
times do I
like-
bring that up?
I know, and it's like,
Remember all the feedback to this episode where people are like, 3 hosts just isn't gonna work. You guys are just talking over each other.
yeah.
I kind of get that.
Me
going
too.
to cover movies.
And he said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
The
What
rad
are we doing
train.
today?
The
Rad train. He got
blew
caught
my
up with the
skirt.
rad train.
All right. So no, today
He got caught up on the rad train. Show the skirt now.
No, like Rad Piper. Full circle. Okay. We saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I thought you said Ratty Pike.
Right, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh,
First
right.
movie we reviewed.
And John Carpenter, there's some news about that.
I hear this news is amazing.
John Carpenter.
Very excited. I saw
I can't
the
wait to have
board.
to lay it on us.
I saw the board.
I
think you mean John
That you are totally. We had to re-record this part, and you were acting that 100%. You said this is amazing. I can't wait for you to lay it on us. That was such performance.
Can't wait you to lay it on us.
Everybody loves
So
So yeah, we used to
Embarrassing
do.
to look at.
And then you coined Troomers.
I did. Coin Trumer's right there.
over harness.
Just saying.
That was the name of that episode, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true,
Troomers.
true rumor.
Rad roller coaster that I'm miming right now.
That is a rad mime.
Oh, look at how wimpy the
Oh my God.
explosion is. Oh yeah.
The movie, I loved this movie intro. That, remember the slow-mo jump out of the way?
Wow.
This was another thing that
And this
when
music
Steve
that's
showed
like-
us, it was like, yeah, it's like in everything.
On the background.
Oh, yeah.
We saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah. Look, it feels like we're so close.
What do you mean?
Like,
I think the background perspective is closer.
I have a hidden gem of a feeling about it.
Oh, wow.
Well, why don't you share, Dan?
Why with your jam? I don't know what's happening to my collar there, but.
Jeff's too, actually.
I'm so embarrassed.
I saw, but I didn't seek it out.
And I never saw a thing. I mean, I knew.
And did you notice there's an actual DeLorean in the
Yeah.
back wall there?
That's been on
I don't know if we ever really went into the background of what was this one.
several seasons. They're usually really short episodes.
Because
Who did this?
That was your friend, right?
Yeah,
Jeff?
your friend made these backgrounds?
No, my friend made the second ones. These were.
Who did these?
I know we're awful for not remembering, but it was. I thought it was a friend, your friend, or a friend of Geek Drone.
No, not my friend.
Maybe it was a Geek Drone person.
Because my friend did the hand-drawn ones that we used after the first revision.
Right.
Yeah. Because that one you can see, there's like, yeah, there's the
There's Flux
Cloud
Capacitor.
City. That's the plans for the Cloud City.
Right.
And then there's.
Oh, was he zooming in on us right now?
Who?
Oh.
The camera looked like it was zooming.
And I think that's sort of like the Millennium Falcon.
I do, and I think
We're
I
so
didn't
sweaty
know.
faced. Well, we're in Steve's garage, and it's
Right.
probably
It's hot.
1,000 degrees. Although it was March.
And I only went there
Full
because I
circle.
heard about the people in bombing.
Now we should talk about it.
What's your gem?
Not happy watching this. Whose idea was this?
I think it's interesting. What did we were
Think
shooting
how
on?
long your sideburns are, Dan.
I know.
I know, you're like
All
Mr.
my hair's all weird.
All
My
of
hair
ours.
is the only one that sort of
Yeah,
is the same,
same.
My
a
hair
little
was
bit
growing in from being shaved.
from a bad experience.
I don't think people realize how unusual green screen was
Back then.
on
True.
web
Oh, yeah.
shows. Like,
This moment that just happened where we zoomed in and now the thing's
down.
playing behind us on green screen, there was no other video show
Yeah.
that was doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
On the web.
I know, but no other video show that I know of used virtual, quote unquote, virtual sets. Although it looks so primitive now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I remember, do you remember all the conversations about, do we bring in make a fake set with like parts of things? And remember we were gonna do when we were changing the
To this day,
background?
yeah. I've always sort of been a fan of having some
drama. I need to have some. I need to have a reason to be
We're real.
watching these guys for this long.
I'm gonna say that I had the same feed.
And this was also before, I don't know if they know, but now when we review things, or for the past 5 years,
Oh yeah, we didn't have the 60
we had
second
a
clock.
60-second clock, so everyone got to
Had a
say,
turn.
you talk, you talk, you talk, you talk. So it looks like we're all very respectful friends. But really, that's how friends are, where you would say something and you would interrupt, and I would say something
Yep.
and I'd interrupt, and and that's how it was back then.
You would think that could possibly be. I look a lot like I did then, don't
Yeah,
I?
you haven't aged. Have I aged, guys? Do I still?
You look young there.
I look
Well, but
young.
you just look older. You don't.
You've just
look
gotten sophisticated,
old.
man.
Yeah,
You grow
true.
up. You turned
look
into
at
a
this.
man.
You got a sweater
Yeah, look,
and a
you have a
button-down
sweater.
shirt
I
underneath it.
I
That's
could have been wearing that then.
I look like a freaking Goomba.
me.
Freaking.
Just that you and I look pretty sweaty. Alex looks
Which is funny because I'm the one that sweats the most, I think, of the two of us, or the three of us.
I don't know. I'm in that sweat competition.
Yeah, and
It's also interesting how much for as much as we've changed and the show has changed, we're still sitting on the same exact chairs that we're sitting in that.
first off, solid chairs.
Thanks, IKEA.
But yeah, IKEA chairs built to last.
We're sitting on the exact same chairs in the exact same position. I mean, that's the movie segment, and we were always in that position every year, every week
Yep.
for
But this is
6
us right
years.
now.
I know.
Well, yeah, but
No, I'm actually would be over there for the movie section.
that's true. That's why it feels so weird.
Yeah, why did you guys sit this way?
We're not in the movie section.
Yeah, I guess
We're in the
not.
DVD commentary section that we've just
This
created.
new segment we just started. Stay tuned.
Let's see how this rolls. Well, we also
That
got
was
to
like,
see it in like this. I totally felt like
I
I
want that
shirt back.
The brown
All
shirt.
your,
or the,
well, the brown shirt, sure, but they're all your base specifically.
Yeah, I know you still have your Bayside Tiger shirt.
I may have just gotten rid of it actually, like literally
Together in
like
the first half an hour because you
month
can
ago.
do that like totally doesn't make any sense and non sequiturs all over the place and just
We're still talking about.
Aqua Teen. How long was our Aqua
Teen
Teen
Hunger
review?
Force.
That's hysterical.
It was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Was also the first movie we ever went to a press screening of.
Yeah.
And
Which is really
and we
exciting.
never really went to one.
Screening. I remember he walked out.
Who was?
Jack Black.
Really?
Really? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
But then what could you
Interesting.
do? I mean,
I think
what,
it just Well, here's
if,
my
if the show
next
has
step on
no
that.
plot theoretically, and there's no need for a backstory, then why make? I mean, would you
But
rather
they don't-
there
but
not
they
be a
don't-
movie?
They don't embrace that plot. It's just sort of an excuse to.
I think Mike, you can trim. You can cut if we're sitting here silently watching. You can cut to the next interesting thing.
have any weight or relevance.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, now that
Otherwise,
you have to
now
cut
this is
that
all
out.
in it.
but-
This is all in it now.
I mean, they can hear what we're saying.
I watch South Park, and I know about The Simpsons, and I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And I don't. This would never be. And this is the problem that a lot of people have with Family Guy. And Family Guy, for as funny as it is, will
got
never
into
be
what you're
The
saying.
Simpsons. The
Yeah.
Simpsons is just more. You care about the characters.
Still, the
that
DeLorean
true?
thing blows.
Family Guy versus Simpsons. Does that hold up?
Is it weird that
so.
the camera is like up on our?
You used to always say that.
I did.
Yeah, I think it took a while for the camera to get to our.
Those guys are genius.
Okay.
I was
Well,
right. What you're saying.
No wait, maybe I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying that it's cropped right here.
can't be
Jeff,
right.
you used to always
You're
say
saying that it's cropped right
Wait.
here? Or no, I thought you were saying it looked like it was looking down on us.
Oh no, you wanted to look down on you, not up at you.
You don't want it to look up at you, but you
Right.
don't want the other one to look down on you
Well,
either.
if one or the other.
Unless you're taking a picture on MySpace.
Which we all are. This is basically a video for MySpace. Why is my hair all so flat now?
It's funny.
It is funny.
But I guess
Maybe it is hot in there.
I think it is. My hair's
Because we're
folding like a
stop
souffle.
down and-
at Ben Stiller with "Come on His Ear" or like Hugh Grant in About a
Well,
Boy
that's
because
your particular style.
because I care
You're
about.
more
wanna make
genital
Dan laugh.
oriented. That's
Just
fine.
I'm talking about it wasn't as funny as other movies because I didn't really care what was happening. Just random stuff was happening.
Oh, that's
I
very.
think that's what it is. I agree with that. I haven't seen. Have you guys seen the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie since then?
No.
I have not.
No.
No. I've not watched anything Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's kind of a.
You know what else is
It's kind of
interesting?
bummed that was the first movie we reviewed.
I know, but
It's
it
not
was,
very
it was the
Really?
first one we got into.
Well, the last one we reviewed was Life of Pi, so it's from Aqua Teen Hunger First to Life of Pi.
First, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Life of Pi.
You know what was also interesting at that time is that I lived a block and a half from
Right.
Steve,
Yeah.
and I would go over every night on Sunday when he was done editing and watch the show, start to finish, sitting next to him to see if there was any errors or anything we needed
Oh,
to
funny.
change.
About the movie news with John
Jason.
Carpenter.
Oh,
movie news.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
Christ and John Carpenter.
Are teaming up for
Teaming up for-
Fashion 2, Snake Plissken and you. Now, but Snake Plissken.
This will be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has been out for a little bit, but there's some more news about it. So
Okay.
people got excited about Gerard Butler in 300.
He's
For,
amazing.
badass.
They're doing Gears
Yes,
of War
didn't
together,
see
I
it
think,
yet.
maybe?
Oh,
John Carpenter.
I was supposed to go see it like
Yeah.
2 Sundays ago, and
See
then
it
something
immediately.
happened.
You had never seen
Yes.
300.
I'm gonna
No.
down. That's a weird.
Weird. See it.
Yes.
I
Yes, I've seen it.
What he thinks.
And now I'm going to see
Yes,
it.
Steve,
No, so
I'll be like, 300 was awesome.
so they're excited about doing.
Stop. But wait, whoa. We need to back the fucking train up and talk about Star Wipe.
Oh,
we
in
forgot
Aqua
to
Teen
talk
Hunger
about
Force. Hey, dude, there was a
Star
great moment
Wipe.
where he referenced
I forgot
Bob
about
Clark, director of Porky's and Christmas Story.
Dude, yes.
Like, what? Where's that joke come from?
There's like the
What's the
stupidest,
John Carpenter news?
I'm dying to know.
These guys are idiots.
These guys are idiots. This show's not gonna last 6 years. Wah, wah. We would have been quoting the movie.
True.
We started quoting the movie, putting the mics on our mics.
Yeah, it's gonna have a long life on
On
DVD.
our mics.
It's gonna have a long life on DVD. That's prediction.
It did. It did it.
About making
It's on
this,
DVD right now.
Escape from New York remake.
Escape from
Gerard
New York
Butler
remake
as
with
Snake
Gerard
Plissken.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
I'm not a big fan of
Didn't
remakes,
happen.
but
Nope.
keep going.
Okay. Well, this is
Especially good movies.
This is
being
what's
remade.
cool.
Bad
Thank you
movies
for
being
that.
remade is
Also,
good.
John Carpenter
Go
had
ahead.
nothing to
cool
do with
thing.
it.
And John Carpenter
Glenn
hasn't really
Weissman
made
was
a
attached
movie.
for a little bit, I think.
Although you like vampires.
So basically, you told us
Right, guy.
You told a
you
lie.
told us a bunch of bullshit.
A tumor.
I hear you. That's what I'm
No, a
talking
false mur.
Well, the cool thing is, not a remake, a prequel. This is what happens.
Prequel?
A prequel? Everybody get your prequels
a
out.
prequel.
It's time to write letters.
Well,
Which prequel?
I don't think we had very many. It was a Star Wars prequel then. Like it was like, oh, another prequel.
Another prequel.
Interesting.
Okay, in the interview, Suicide Girls did this interview with John Carpenter.
Suicide Girls did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
In this interview with John Carpenter, he talks about how he's got to do the interview. So he did something to make time to go play God of War 2.
He loves video games.
I'm like, dude, how cool is that?
Oh, right.
I'm like, dude,
Good piece of information. How cool is that?
that is a great
But
prequel.
I'm stoked that this is a guy, like, I just
How long is this movie segment?
So we would talk about a review and then movie news.
If we didn't have a
And
second
potentially
review.
trailers. Yeah.
Oh, trailer. Jeez.
The news is
This was like the longest video podcast ever.
Yeah, and this is only, we haven't even gotten to the other 2 segments yet in this.
Are those off green? Oh no, I guess video game and then an off green.
I think it was an off green.
Yeah, I think it was like
Well, we're gonna find out.
barbecue or
a
something.
cool article about it.
Oh, chew on this.
One of the writers, Moriarty, the
first episode?
a script for John Carpenter.
I don't know, maybe.
In the
John Carpenter.
interview, he said, John Carpenter's really cool. I remember when he was always telling us to go. He beat Gears of War. He was like, telling us to go play Gears of War.
Oh, Gears of War was out
you're saying
when we
it's gonna
started
have that sort of
this show.
That's weird.
Doesn't that feel weird?
Yeah.
That feels weird to me.
I'm talking about John Carpenter.
Oh, you just think it's cool
You just
that
think it's
like
cool that
You guys don't think that's
70-year-old
cool?
Director.
Yeah, is playing Gears of War.
Did Gears have co-op?
Assumed that anybody
No.
who was cool
First
would
Gears?
play.
Online co-op?
No, I don't think
I think
so.
it was the second one.
I
was on
didn't
the
think so.
online
No,
co-op.
I agree.
No, I
It's
didn't.
cool.
Yeah,
It's very
it is
cool.
very cool.
It's very cool.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
There's
Even then,
multiplayer.
you guys
It was
didn't think this was
multiplayer.
that
I'm a little
cool.
underwhelmed.
Okay, well, let me.
Because I was very
let me-
excited about like.
Let me put it.
It'd be
on-
awesome if we just whipped out a prediction like, you know that kid in Friday Night Lights? He'd make an amazing John Carter.
Ah!
But I bet the movie tanks.
Amazing.
I like no.
Fingers crossed that happens.
I do want to see us.
Camera coming down on me.
But okay, Gears of War brings up that they are
Greenlit.
the development
Well,
of the
New
Gears of
Line
War.
bought the rights.
Right.
It's very
No,
far
but
from.
they're- a 21-page
they
treatment
even still
written by
doing
this
that?
guy Stuart Beattie.
Who's that?
He wrote the Pirates
Pirates,
movies,
the first one.
but he also wrote Collateral.
Just really goes to show how the whole geek press gets all lathered up about
Yeah,
things
never
and they
happened.
never
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing the Halo. Oh, Peter Jackson. But who's writing?
I really
Peter
feel
Jackson's doing the Halo movie. Yeah, like.
District 9 hadn't come out.
Yeah.
Peter Neil
not
Blomkamp
even-
wasn't a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
As amazing as everybody's waited for. it
Super
to be.
Mario Brothers, the movie.
Well, what I was gonna say is
love
that
That is the best thing that the guy from Roger Rabbit ever did.
it seems like it's more of a purchasing. Obviously, it's purchasing the title, and then they get to sort of flesh out the
Because
mythology.
the story wasn't that good.
There is no. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Well,
no
the story was
There's
alright.
a guy
Well, the
who
story-
did something in his past.
Every time we review Halo, we
The
say the
story
same
starts-
This is
bullshit.
talking about Gears though.
Yeah.
Just in the
I know, but I think we're kind of saying it about both.
No, but it's bugs, literally bugs.
But it's not Starship. I mean, we're gonna
Look,
get into the details of Starship.
No, I know.
Troopers.
Starship Troopers were bugs
But
coming to Earth.
basically,
but
the
this
point is
bugs
that
in
there's,
Earth.
it's almost a blank slate.
Yeah.
That the filmmakers get to flesh out.
But now
And-
I will say, if
We did talk over each other a lot.
Yeah. We hadn't learned how to give and take really. We hadn't learned how to do the show.
were just
We
hanging
hadn't
out.
learned how to do the show.
Yeah. This is just us the day before we shot,
Yeah.
talking about interesting information that Dan brought up.
Yeah. I mean that's and the beauty of the show is that's the genesis of
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Is hey, this is a fun conversation. We should record it.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be fun to have
thing
people
that they did
be involved.
in Doom, which was we are going to put on what it looks like to play Doom
Right.
in one section.
Well, nobody wants another Doom.
No, but they're going to do that. You will see a rodeo camera, like a rodeo.
Oh,
shot.
But that's okay
rodeo-
because that came
Not
from.
rodeo. It's rodeo run.
Say it, Dan. I agree with what I'm about to say.
I agree with what I'm about to say. You're rooting for yourself.
No, I know, but you will
I wasn't
see it
listening to
being made. Like you will see the screen from
There's
Gears
gonna
of
be
War.
clowns jumping
You
out of
will, dude,
barrels
you will. I'm serious.
with cameras on their heads.
all right, dude, you're gonna get the sarcasm meter.
All right.
Ah,
careful.
remember the sarcasm
Yeah,
meter?
he put that in the pilot or
Yeah.
on the aired pilot.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
More
Oh yeah,
news.
this was.
Two very interesting things are happening with him.
Okay, Tom Cruise.
First of all,
Yeah.
he is
Getting
going to
married.
star him, Brian Singer,
Valkyrie.
Christopher McQuarrie.
Oh.
Brian Singer's not
wrote-
acting.
We reviewed
No,
it.
no, no.
Yeah,
Brian
and
Singer.
a very
It happened.
middling review,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, but it happened.
He also wrote and directed. This is
Wait,
like the
wait,
last time he ever did
He-
anything.
He wrote
Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Conversation for off the podcast for you about
Okay.
this that will make you not that excited.
Well, he
What
wrote
is
and
that?
directed this
I
movie.
remember it.
Off the podcast.
It's not- it's
We're
nothing.
still on the podcast.
Yeah.
nothing.
We're now double into the podcast.
I remember
Like
it.
layers in.
Oh no, I didn't see
Love
it.
that movie, right? It's like
We both said yes, and neither of us said it.
Just like
Just say the next thing, Dan.
We're like, yes.
I have a
was like,
question.
he's like, I haven't seen it. I was
I
like,
have a
never mind.
question. Are you guys listening to me, or are you waiting to speak? To quote a movie.
What movie?
That Jeff did.
That Jeff told you what
Fiction.
the movie was.
Edited out scene in Pulp
Pulp
Fiction.
Way the Gun is awesome, and it's a great movie, and you guys should fucking, dude, it's
Wait.
awesome.
What was
Elvis
it?
or
Was it the
Beatles?
one with
Ryan Phillippe.
Ryan Phillippe.
Forrest Whitaker?
And Boris.
No, but Tay Diggs.
What are we talking
Way of
about?
the Gun.
What is happening
I'm talking about
here?
Way of the Gun because Christopher McQuarrie wrote and directed Way of the Gun. And he's a part
Such
of
a,
Tom
it's
Cruise.
such a less.
It's so meandering.
It is so meandering.
Yeah.
But for
And
some
less
reason,
focused.
this is what's weird
and-
is when you listen to like the Slash Filmcast, an audio podcast, they handle
But
it
that's,
the
I mean,
same
that's
way.
the we
That's the
came
difference.
from Dignation.
We were making
came
an audio
from
podcast
but
and
because
video.
nobody was
Geek
doing
Drum.
this.
Yeah.
You know. And there was no YouTube. There was no people doing this.
Yeah.
Doing concise.
Right? It's sort of Apollo 13, right?
I mean, it sounds very self-congratulatory, but it's because we didn't know what the hell we was. We were,
Yeah.
Right.
We were idiots.
That's to
We
our
didn't
fault.
know how to
Yeah.
do it because nobody was doing it. Not
We
it's
didn't-
so
yeah.
brilliant
Yeah.
because nobody was doing it.
Exactly.
It's because nobody's doing it. We did it really badly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This I can.
I met Buzz Aldrin at your birthday party.
I was gonna say. I was like,
And we're like talking about. What? I met someone at a party.
Guess what, guys?
fun.
I invited you to my
Most of the
birthday party.
times,
I didn't go.
the day you met him.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Okay, lots
Wow.
of
Anyway,
things
let's
are
yeah,
happening.
let's go backstory.
See if a fist punch is coming. Oh, more news.
More news. Oh,
Playing
Became
Hitler,
part of
or is
United. I don't know what he's doing.
Dude, when you wrote on the board, you wrote Tom Cruise. You put Tom Cruise, singer, Hitler, and I was like,
He sang.
He
He's gonna.
sang, he sang the song called Hitler. It's like Hitler.
Tom Cruise singer.
What are the rest of the words, Jeff?
The rest of the words, the Hitler song,
Most of
will be
them-
up on the website. Check
check that out.
Steve will come up with those. All right, so check it. Francis Ford Coppola is doing a movie.
Francis
Oh,
Ford
youth.
Tom Cruise, United Artists.
He actually has two
You read about
going
this?
Oh.
Well, he's got that one
still
about the New York City
talking.
I
that's
know.
going on forever.
It's crazy.
Youth Without Youth.
No, but
Without
you were
Youth.
putting it on the board.
Tim Roth was in that movie. We never
You're
even
like best
saw it.
friends with this board.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
it coming and going.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh,
not
remember we
seeing
had the
that.
board with notes. We had the whiteboard that you would put notes on.
That's why you guys would look at the whiteboard and go, "What is that weird
What is
thing?"
it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like Tom Cruise, singer.
Singer
Yes.
Hitler. Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Because we had a
So high
whiteboard.
tech.
We had a whiteboard.
Because there's no goddamn thing as an iPad. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no teleprompter. Like
We
Or
sure as heck didn't have a
phones.
teleprompter.
We didn't have.
Yeah, you weren't looking at your notes on your phones.
And starts to
Wow.
Wow.
grow
Wow.
younger and become younger and more intelligent. Dude, by the way, played by Tim Roth.
Ooh, I like Tim Roth.
And younger, more intelligent, and then goes on a quest. See, this is why I wrote those weird
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Goes on a
Language.
quest to understand linguistics and the consequences of something. What did I write on the board?
The consequences of
What did I
language.
write in on the board?
Lightning younger. Origin.
Origins of language
Secrets of Conroy.
and the secrets of something.
Wow.
Whatever.
What is this movie?
Your internet is broken.
I think my internet's down.
thing.
I can't get my porn.
You got a crappy bandwidth.
That's weird. He gets younger and younger. That's weird.
Yeah.
Never did that happen? The movie came out.
And he's referring to it as an artsy Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, that's all I need.
All those things
that movie
thrown
come
into
out?
one
Yeah.
fucking pot.
It came out when we were still doing the show, obviously.
Yeah, it came out while we were still doing the show. You know, from when we're talking about it being possibly made and today.
It didn't come out 2 weeks from now.
There it is. G-Bus. All right. Oh, we'll
okay.
talk about that tomorrow.
All right. So, any thoughts on that?
It was long.
It was really
Really long.
The thing that's crazy to me is that
We were like a video radio show.
we were for those at least
radio
first
show.
few episodes.
Yeah.
I think we moved on from that pretty quickly.
Maybe.
But we literally have a time capsule of our discussions about things for 6 years of our lives.
Yeah.
And that's pretty special.
That
I mean,
is
it's
really
pretty
special.
amazing. And
Yeah, I love
we
it.
can always come back and look, oh, that's my friend Joe.
I'm so excited to see this next stuff
And
tomorrow.
that's Jerry. That's Jerry in
As
the
player
mustache.
two?
Yeah.
No.
It is.
Weird.
That's Jerry from a party we had where he dressed up. That's before you met Jerry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hilarious.
I didn't meet Jerry until we were into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then.
Oh my God. Love it. All right.
All right.
Be back tomorrow. All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to go into the Wayback Machine and talk to you guys about things that happened in the year that we created this show, the year of our Lord, 2007. I don't know how else. You
don't know how else- you really don't know how else to say
that? I can think of
That's
one
the
other
only way I know how to say dates. Shut it. So first, let's thank our sponsor.
One of the supreme joys of the last year or two of doing the show has been
Finding your
my
niche.
fun times doing Jack Threads ads. Jack Thread, of course, it's quickly become the online shopping destination for dudes. Everything on that site is up to 80% off because full price is for suckers. They serve up killer contemporary and
Remember when you
street
got that
apparel.
big sucker?
Oh yeah, that was fun. They sell accessories and gadgets from brands like Converse, the Penguin, Nixon, Vans, the Hundreds, John Varvatos, Creative Recreation, New Era, Mostly Tribes, Supra, Ben Sherman. They say shopping is stupid simple and all the styles are curated, so buyer's remorse just does not happen. You can update your fall wardrobe at Jack Threads and get ready for the upcoming holiday season as a Jack Threads member. If you refer a friend to Jack Threads, you get a $10 shopping credit for each buyer you refer. And as a viewer of TRS, you can skip the membership waitlist and get instant access at jackthreads.com/TRS.
Correct, Mundo. Well, the memory train keeps on rolling tomorrow, so enjoy that.
Stick with us 2 more weeks.
Join us tomorrow for part 2 of our episode 1 commentary.
Today's fact from 2007, sent in with the hashtag pound what the F happened in 2007, comes in from our phones.
No, we realized that we've been doing the show since March of 2007.
So long
a lot
that
of
everything
stuff
has changed.
Yeah.
And some stuff has. So let's talk
the
about.
world is different, man.
So the first thing we want to talk about is phones.
Well, tech.
Tech. Yeah.
Phones weren't.
Tech.
They weren't little computers that everybody brought around with.
Well, mine was. I had I had the Samsung i900, which was the, like a flip with the
Pictured.
keys.
That's what it
It
was.
was like a clamshell
So we didn't
one.
have iPhones. We started doing the show, we did not have iPhones.
No.
we all got iPhones. Steve went and picked them up, if you remember, and we all opened them
What?
in his office
How did he go
How
pick
did you
them
go
up?
pick them up? I
at
don't
the
remember
store, the Apple store. At least he got me mine. I think he got. We all opened them in the
this.
office
No.
at Steve's house.
No. I remember.
I remember vividly.
Well, I remember waiting in line at the Third Street
He
Promenade.
did. Steve got me mine.
Yeah, I was waiting in line at Third Street Promenade, and I was on the phone with Heather, and I was like, the line,
didn't get yours on the first day.
information got disseminated that I could get 2.
Right.
And so I called Heather, and I was like, hey, so they say I can pick up 2 of these. Do you want one of these things?
Yeah.
And she
I
said,
remember you saying that.
should I? And I was like, you're gonna be really jealous of mine, so I'm just gonna get you one so that you don't like bogart mine. And so
Yeah.
I bought 2, brought it home, and went here, and it was like,
So what was my phone? It must have been my like flip.
Razor?
you
never
had
had-
my
I had
old
your
Razor.
old Razor.
Yeah,
I never
for
had
a
a
while.
Razor.
I vividly
Samsung
remember
flip.
us all opening them because we were about to shoot on
Yeah.
the day that they came out and opening them at Steve's house and like
Yeah.
all like freaking out about it. And I don't think you bought yours on opening day.
I probably
No.
didn't.
Yeah.
It's a step in the wrong direction.
But it's so crazy how, literally in this time span that we've been doing the show, it went from
Oh my
a phone that you used to use as a phone
Yeah.
to a
Hand
piece of
computer.
technology that I can't live without. I'm on all the time. That I
The
use.
world is
it-
on all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's gone to
It's the science
everyone
fiction movies.
is this all day
It's
long.
science fiction
because
movies.
It's,
I really
yeah.
noticed it when I was in New York recently because I hadn't been to New York in a while, and the last time I was in New York,
Everybody was like, "Hi, how are
you're
you?
walking
Hey,
around
how you
and
doing?"
you're seeing stuff, and now everybody is either doing this or got earbuds.
By the
and
way,
this.
is what it's like in
crazy.
Japan. It's been like that
Yeah.
in Japan for a long time. And in Japan, all of the phones are actually bigger than they are here because they all watch streaming live TV. And so they just sit and watch live TV. It's like rows of people watching live TV. Interesting.
Crazy.
a lot has changed.
2007.
We'll do more tomorrow.
Yeah.